I am in a hot boat. Probably going to turn out horribly, and I'll probably have to sand it all off and start over again. Enjoy this time lapse of me. Howdy, we are Patrick and Jennifer, and this is Mo Grá. Mo Grá is Gaelic for my love. She's a 1974 Rawson 30, and we're on a mission to rebuild her and sail off into the sunset. Hit subscribe to join in the fun. Howdy guys, I am in a hot boat. So got the hardened epoxy, making a nice little fillet over these pieces that I'm going to tab to the hull. That's tacky but firm enough that I can roll up against it, and so now I'm going to do the fiberglass part, which if you've seen any of the previous, you know I've never done this before, so yeah, it's probably going to turn out horribly, and I'll probably have to sand it all off and start over again. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you guys along, so we'll be continuing on. Enjoy this time lapse of me screwing up. Guys, so I've got the first layer of glass down. I think I kicked over the time lapse, so you might not have gotten a very good view at it, but I'm letting that set up a little bit until it gets tacky. I'm going to put another layer of glass on after that, and then we're going to call that good, and hopefully everything works well and whatnot. So what I'm going to do right now is, so I'm not replacing everything, but like you can see right here, the floor, it's been replaced several times. And so I'm just going to basically reinforce it. I've still got to sand, but basically I'm going to make a piece that's going to basically tie into the hole right there and then hold that piece of floor up. And then we'll also tie into this new little storage hatch that I'm cut in the hole. So all of this is going to be kind of like the subsole. It's going to be covered up. I think I'm probably going to go with some of the snap together vinyl stuff. It's not really designed for boats, but it's designed for bathrooms, and they're pretty wet too. So anyway, I'm going to make a real quick template at one end. I'm going to then, once it's all dry, see how well it fits along here. Use that to cut me a piece of wood to go in here. And then we'll sand this all up and use some thickened epoxy to stick it to the hull. Probably also run some screws down through the cabin sole into it to hold it into place. Once it's all in place, we'll tab it to the hull. And then that should strengthen up this section of floor over here. So anyway, I'm going to kind of set this off to the side somewhere. I don't really have any good mounts in here. I've got to work on that. But once I get all the floor back in, or I can walk around without killing myself, I'll probably find a better place to put that. So I'm doing that with some cut up craft sticks and hot glue. So right now the hot glue gun is getting hot. And so I'm going to set you guys kind of, no, it's not going to be a very good angle. I'll probably knock the damn thing over again. But yeah, I'll set you, maybe you can see good right there, we'll see. So a little bit of reinforcing. So yeah. So glued together, nice little piece. Ooh, a picture up here. So this is all glued together. Gives me the size. Looks like it works perfectly all along here. So I'll be cutting me a piece that will fit right in there, this shape, and glue it all in place. So I'm probably gonna set you guys off to the side once again. Fire up the vacuum and the sander and sand down that area as best I can, and then we'll continue on. Alright, so turn it over. Got the saw cut to the right angle. Now we're just going to figure out the best way to put it onto this board. Well, I guessed on the length because I couldn't get in there to see good, and apparently it's a little bit too long, which means I've got to climb back out of this boat all the way back downstairs, cut a little bit off, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I got it cut, try to fit it in there, mixing it up with some thickened epoxy. I think this is, yep, it's the last of my silica. So gotta call Amazon. And this is gonna barely be thick enough. Alright, I'm sure you guys can tell me everything I'm doing wrong. But that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I didn't have enough thickened epoxy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy more silica. Alright, more thickened epoxy. I'm going to put a nice fillet right along there. I'm going to put one piece of glass down just to kind of hold it in place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pocket hole jig, and let me see if I can show you guys this, or is there too much crap in the way? I'm sure there's too much crap in the way. The boat is small and there's not much floor. Hang on. So you can see this sort of frame that's right here. So my plan is to tie this 2x4 to this 2x4 with a pocket hole thing, and then do the same thing up here in the front. And then I'm going to through bolt a 2x4 along the inside edge, and also attach it to that with pocket holes, which should make this whole thing pretty dang secure. And then the piece that I cut out here may be used as a template, or it may just go back in here. And then this area underneath where my feet are right now, it's going to be cleaned very, very well, painted with an epoxy paint. And that's going to be a big storage area for whatever I decide to put down there. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day and start kind of cleaning up a little bit, packing up the boat, and I'm going to go in and start editing some videos. So see y'all next time.